Good morning, everyone. Take a look around. What do you see? You see people, yes, but also lots of hidden chances and unwritten stories. We all have amazing talents and dreams inside us. But in today's super fast and often crazy world, do we really use these talents? Do we feel truly motivated and in charge of our lives? Today, I want to talk about invisible strings. Not real strings, but the hidden forces that pull us around. These can be strings of distraction, of always comparing ourselves to others, or of fear. But they can also be strings of strength, of knowing our purpose, and of believing in ourselves. Most importantly, we'll learn how we, as people living today, can weave these strings together to build a happy and successful life. Today's problems: too much noise and comparing ourselves. Think about your average day. How often are you just scrolling on your phone, looking at things without really thinking? We get so much information thrown at us. Every alert, every trending topic, every perfect-looking photo on social media tries to grab our attention. This isn't just about wasting time. It's about our mental space. Our minds are precious, and if we fill them with constant noise, there's no room for deep thinking, new ideas, or truly understanding ourselves. Then there's the sneaky problem of comparing ourselves. We see only the best parts of other people's lives, not their struggles. We compare our own messy beginnings to someone else's seemingly easy success. This isn't just sad, it steals our joy and stops us from even trying. It makes us doubt ourselves, telling us we're not good enough, and keeps us from starting anything. All this information and comparing makes us feel overwhelmed. We feel pressured to keep up, to do more, to be more, and often we end up feeling less. The very tools meant to connect us can actually make us feel disconnected from our own inner guide. Your inner power. What true motivation means. So, how do we handle all this? How do we find our balance in this digital storm and truly motivate ourselves from the inside? It starts by changing how we see things. Motivation isn't just about rewards or short bursts of excitement. It's about understanding your why. Why do you get up each day? What truly matters to you? What kind of mark do you want to leave, even if it's just for yourself? This why becomes your inner guide. It helps you ignore the noise, decide what's important, and stay focused on what truly matches your values. Also, it's about owning your own story. The world will try to write your story for you through its trends, its expectations, its judgments, but you are the writer. You get to decide what parts to include, what characters to develop, and what ending you're working towards. This takes real effort. Be smart about what you see. Be careful about what you let into your mind. Just like you choose what food to eat, choose what information and influences you allow into your head. Celebrate small wins. The path to any big goal is made of small steps. Notice and celebrate these tiny victories. They build momentum and make you believe in yourself more. Don't aim for perfect. Trying to be perfect is often just a hidden fear of failing. Understand that you grow by trying, making mistakes, learning, and trying again. It's not about being flawless, but about keeping going. The story of Maya and her digital garden. To explain this better, I want to tell you a story about a young woman named Maya. Maya lived in a busy city, always surrounded by buzzing technology. Her days were a blur of alerts, social media, and always trying to get approval from others. She was always busy, but she rarely felt truly useful or happy. She compared her life to the perfect lives she saw online, and she felt more and more like she wasn't good enough. One day, feeling completely swamped by all the digital noise, she found a small, forgotten piece of land behind her apartment building. It was full of weeds, trash, and no one paid it any attention. An idea sparked inside her. What if she turned this empty patch into a beautiful garden? She knew nothing about gardening, and it seemed like a huge job. Her friends laughed, saying it was a waste of time, that she should be focused on her online presence. But something changed in Maya. The idea of the garden became a quiet, steady whisper among the loud chaos of her online life. She started small. She cleared one patch of weeds, then another. Her hands got dirty. She made mistakes, planting things in the wrong spot, forgetting to water. But with every small effort, she learned. She found the joy of helping something grow, of seeing a tiny seed become a strong plant. She started looking things up, not on social media, but in old gardening books. She learned about soil, sunlight, and how nature works in balance. As her garden began to grow, so did Maya. Taking care of the plants, being truly in the moment, started to quiet the noise in her head. She spent less time scrolling and more time watching the bees, feeling the sun, and enjoying the beauty she was creating with her own hands. The garden wasn't perfect. There were still weeds, still problems. But it was hers. It showed her consistent effort, her willingness to learn, and her ability to make something from nothing. Slowly, people started to notice. Neighbors would stop by, talking about the bright flowers and fresh herbs. They weren't comparing her garden to others. They were simply enjoying its unique beauty and the hard work it showed. Maya realized something big. Her digital life, much like that forgotten piece of land, had been overgrown with distractions and comparisons. But by purposely choosing to grow her own inner garden, by focusing her mind, her skills, and her self-worth, she had changed her whole outlook. She wasn't looking for approval from others anymore. She was finding happiness within herself. What Maya's story teaches us. Maya's story isn't just about gardening. It's a strong lesson for our lives today. The forgotten patch of land is like our inner self, our dreams, our potential. It's so easy to let it get filled with the weeds of distraction, comparing ourselves, and fear in our modern world. Gardening is like putting in real effort. It's about purposely choosing where to put our energy and focus, even when it feels hard or not very exciting. It's about starting small, learning from mistakes, and keeping at it. The thriving garden is what happens when we work on ourselves. It's the result of growing our own talents, following our own passions, and building a life that is truly ours, not just what others expect. The digital noise Maya faced is the constant information overload we all experience. It reminds us that we can choose what we let into our minds and how we spend our valuable time. Weaving your own life story. So, how do we use Maya's lesson in our lives, right here, right now, in this 21st century? Find your inner weeds. What distractions, what negative thoughts, what comparisons are holding you back? Be honest with yourself. Knowing is the first step to getting rid of them. Plant your seeds of purpose. What are your most important values? What truly excites you? What small, steady things can you do today to match those values and move towards your goals? Don't wait for big moments. Focus on daily effort. Help yourself grow. This means protecting your mental space. Set limits with technology. Practice being mindful. Do things that truly make you feel refreshed. Look for positive people and learn from those who inspire you. Enjoy the journey, not just the end result. The beauty of Maya's garden wasn't just the final picture, but how she created it. Find joy in the effort, in learning, in the small improvements each day. Become stronger. Just like a garden faces storms and bugs, our lives will have challenges. Build the mental toughness to bounce back, to change, and to see setbacks not as failures, but as chances to grow. Remember, your life is your own special creation. Every choice you make, every thought you have, every action you take is a thread in the story of your existence. In a world full of noise, comparison, and distraction, the best way to motivate yourself is to choose to weave your own unique, colorful, and meaningful story. Don't let the invisible strings of outside pressure control your path. Grab hold of the strings of your own potential, your own purpose, and your own strong spirit. Start today, right where you are, with what you have. Grow your inner garden and watch your life blossom. Thank you.